Hey there everybody, it's Aaron and this is my Promethean way. Today we're going to be talking about the canister of the core. I've gone ahead and drew a diagram here. Top of the canister being the diaphragm. Center being the rectus abdominis muscles. And this whole circular canister, like imagine an actual soda can, if you would. You have external and internal obliques, the rectus spinae on the back near the lumbar, transverse abdominis near the inside, and then the pelvic floor making the bottom of the canister. So the main constituents are the diaphragm, the pelvic floor, and then this wraparound. So imagine this being in 3D. You'd have external, internal, obliques, rectus spinae, transverse abdominis, and rectus abdominis, all making up the sides of the canister. It's not an exhaustive list of all the muscles, just letting you know those are the larger ones that you really worry about when creating the canister of the core. Now, the benefits of understanding how this functions is going to be listed over here. I have here some of the exercises you can do to develop the canister, and also how it leads into proper form when doing these particular exercises and almost all the others. It even helps you when you bench press, by the way. And then of course some of the benefits as mentioned just a moment ago. We'll start with the top, doing a proper plank. When you're doing the proper plank, everyone says, yeah, it's a core move. Of course it is. But you should try to do the entire body. Flex everything. Flex your hands, your forearms, everything. When you're doing your plank, you get a better one. So increasing the strength of the canister of your core, plank is a really great exercise and a drill to do. Next level up would be a side plank with rotation. Basically, you go from being face down to rotating up onto one side only, keeping your feet crossed at the bottom, and then reaching one hand in the sky. So from a plank position, cross the legs, rotate up, one hand reaches up. I also put this with a balloon. You put a balloon in your mouth, and after you go from your plank position, cross the leg, rotate up, you then exhale and blow the balloon up. You should be able to do it if you have strong pelvic floor muscles, because you're blowing from the pelvic floor. Okay. Next drill would be wall sit with adduction and a balloon. You do your standard wall sit where you approach a wall, sit, bend your knees like you're just sitting against a chair, an invisible chair against the wall. You're going to have between your knees like a foam roller or a ball, and you're going to squeeze your knees together, and then you're going to put a balloon in your mouth and then blow the balloon up. So a wall sit, squeezing the knees together, that's what adduction means, knees coming together, okay? And then blowing the balloon up. It makes sense once you actually put yourself in that position. Just sit down like you're sitting in an invisible chair, back flat against the wall, knees out at 90 degrees, sink down till you're comfortable, put a ball or a foam roller between your knees, squeeze it, and then blow out into a balloon. And lastly is the Valsalva maneuver. Gain about a 20% power increase when doing the Valsalva maneuver. You can do it for bench press, pull-ups, anything really when you're doing kind of heavy lifting. And that's just simply allowing you to, you breathe in and then you hold it, and then when you go through the motion, you're increasing pressure, intra-abdominal pressure on all the walls of the canister. Both the diaphragm and the pelvic floor have pressure on them, so do all the muscles. The rectus abdominis transverse, the rectus spinae, internal and external obliques, all of those now have pressure on them, keeping this canister from collapsing and causing issues for you that I'll then get into in a moment. So do the Valsalva maneuver by breathing in and then pressing against your teeth with your tongue and not letting the air come out. So you would breathe in and then not breathing out, holding it. And then blow out at the last second at the top of the exercise. So if you were bench pressing, you breathe in as the bar goes down, hold your breath as you blow out, and then blow out at the top. That's going to make sure that you have proper intra-abdominal pressure, and you're not going to wind up with prolapse and herniation. This will lead you to doing some of the big movements in the club properly, proper squats, proper deadlifts, proper adduction using the adductor machine, proper bench press too, okay? On top of that, overall benefits. Trunk stability, allowing you to do these exercises properly, of course and also the bench press. You also protects your spine. When the canister, remember, your spine is running through this. The canister is wrapped around the spine. So this is going to help stabilize the spine to keep you from injuring your back. Also, it avoids prolapse for you ladies and herniation for both men and women. Prolapse is pretty common in women, not as common in men. Herniation is common in both sexes. So we must understand that with proper intra-abdominal pressure being applied to the canister of the core will allow you to do all your favorite exercises in the club with very little risk of getting injured. The stronger your pelvic floor is, the greater the benefit to you. The longer you'll have more youthful passing of urine, you'll have a more youthful core, and you'll have more youthful back. You won't have as much pain in your back, chronic fatigue in your back, because all these muscles are surrounding your core and also your spine. So I hope that makes some sense to you. I've mentioned the pelvic floor quite a bit to you guys. Again, once you try doing a standard plank, I can cue you through it next time I see any of you individually. Also, we'll do the side plank with rotation and a balloon. I keep a bag of balloons in the club just for that. And then wall sit with adduction and balloon. And we'll also practice with all those the Valsalva maneuver. So this is my Promethean way. This is Aaron. Don't forget to subscribe, share, thumbs up, comment. I hope you guys benefit from this. Let me zoom out here so you guys can get a good overview again. And I'll continue to post more of this stuff to give you guys the absolute benefits, everything you can possibly get out of this stuff, so that can press you further in your training, avoid injury, and have a much longer and healthier life. All right, take care.